Nicola Sturgeon's failure to solve an issue at Scotland's largest intensive care unit (ICU) has sparked outrage, resulting in the First Minister having to apologise in Scottish Parliament. The failure of the SNP government to reply to an ICU doctor reporting on PPE shortages has caused outrage. Scottish Tories leader Jackson Carlo exposed the error in Scottish Parliament while debating about the coronavirus outbreak. Nicola Sturgeon admitted to the oversight and then apologised. Mr. Carlo said, "First Minister, we've been discussing issues with PPE for some time now. A few weeks ago, the Scottish Government conceded that there were difficulties, and it set up an email for any staff to get in touch with problems. Jean Freeman said these emails are monitored by ministers so they could be acted on straight away. This weekend, an intensive care doctor in Glasgow said that 9 days. He said in the largest ICU in Scotland there were no visors and staff were reusing single-issue visors potentially contaminated with COVID-19. First Minister, does this sound like a process that is working?" Ms. Sturgeon answered, "Yes, we have been talking about PPE issues since this pandemic started. I will predict we will continue to be talking about PPE issues for the duration of it because by the very nature of this issue, staff are going to feel anxious. We will be anxious and monitoring supplies, and making sure those supplies get to the frontline where they're needed. So this is not something on which we'll ever say job done, such as the importance to make sure we are on it every single day." She continued, on the issue of the clinician in Glasgow, the issue had been dealt with but unfortunately the clinician hadn't been replied to. "We apologise for that, but these issues are dealt. We have undertaken to provide more information around the date and analytics around this email address." The First Minister added, but more than 1,400 emails have been received to the mailbox up until April 16. There's a team of around 20 people working on that and the mailbox is monitored from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday to Friday, and from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. on weekends. We've asked the Minister for Parliamentary Business to give particular ministerial oversight to that, so we will continue to respond to issues as they arise. More generally on PPE, we have sufficient stocks on things right now, but we are never complacent about that. We are always looking to see how we can replenish stocks as they are